right, fish on.
Hey everybody, Rob Holman with Northwest Fishing Reports. We're here on Rufus Woods with Austin Moser. Boom pow! We're fishing for walleye today. And look at this fish, folks.
Good
Holy
walleye.
cow.
Not a bad one. This is probably a small female, 18 inches or so. She's hooked up pretty good. She wasn't coming off.
Yeah. Is that an average fish for down here? Is that what we're gonna see today?
Yeah, that's pretty average. We'll get a few that are a little bit smaller. We'll get a few that are a little bigger, but it's pretty good representation of what we got down here.
Today we're gonna catch and release these fish though, is that right? Is that our plan?
That is the plan. We're gonna go ahead and release this fish. It's a great fish. You know, any big fish I like to turn loose. You know, we want these fish to spawn. We want them to come back for future generations, you know, for our kids to catch, because this is a lot of fun.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
And I really like to see you guys let them go. What a pretty fish. Good eaters, right?
Yeah, great eaters, but not today.
Not today. Not for TV today.
Right. Everybody keep watching. Austin's going to show us how to hook into these fish here at Rufus Woods and show us some techniques you might be able to use anywhere.
Yep.
We've also got Dan Gabriel and Jason Tanner on the boat with us, some special guests. It's gonna be a fun one, keep watching.
Out early in the morning, gonna go out and cast away. All these waters here for the big boys, and we all come out to play. It's a Northwestern way. Northwest Fishing Reports.
Presented by Gray's Harbor Unders.
We're gonna start just casting some jigs, just see if we can find some fish. It's a good way to catch fish certain times of the year. I like to troll, I like to cast jigs. This is kind of like a river, type area. This is the Upper Columbia River. And so casting jigs can work really well, just like it does in other places. Trolling works good too, but that's kind of how I'm setting them up. Night crawler and a jig. So when we get started, we'll just cast them out. Everybody kind of casts on a 45. It's kind of like side drifting for steelhead. Everybody casts kind of on a 45. You get your own zone, and then you're going to try to just jig it in the current, work it back down the shoreline here, and see if we can pick up some fish. We catch a lot of triploids doing this, and we'll catch some walleye too.
Austin, how far are we casting off the boat?
About as far as you can, basically. As far as you can cast, that's as far as I'm gonna cast. So, and then we'll just kind of work it. Like you cast way out, looking for fish, and you might do a shorter cast the next time. You might change your cadence up on your jigging. You know, you might do a little more of a hop. It's kind of like, think about a frog kind of hopping down the road. That's kind of what you're looking for. It's not a big hop, just a small hop like a frog would do. We'll probably go do some trolling here in a bit, but we're gonna hit some of these holes and see if we can catch some fish jigging today.
Oh, there it is, fish.
You got one? No, you're hung up. No, that's a fish.
That's a triploid.
Triploid.
That didn't take long, Austin.
It did not. What was that, about a half second?
A half second later, we've got a triploid here. These rainbow trout, they're put in here just for us to catch.
Yeah, this
Nice sized fish.
Yeah, this one's on the smaller side. It's a little skinny. Not a bad one, but
Yeah, let's look at our little rainbow here in Rufus.
yeah, this is
It's a solid fish.
you know, it's a little bit below average actually. Some of the ones we've been getting are like 2.5 pounds.
No kidding.
The tribes just put a whole bunch of them in here that are like 2.5 pounds.
And they do that every year.
And they do that every year. Sometimes they're doing it twice this year.
Oh, wow.
So you get a lot of these smaller fish in here.
What's crazy is I'm jigging for walleye.
Yeah.
And we hook into this rainbow.
Yeah, and that happens quite a bit up here.
So we're releasing the walleye. I think we're gonna eat that one.
We can eat the trout. You get 2 trout per person on Rufus Woods.
This counts as one of Austin's.
Jesus.
If you could hold on to it.
And they are slick.
These are feisty fish.
These are some slick fish.
Hey, look at that guy. That's on the smaller size. I think we'll keep it. Those are good pan fryers.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to eat. All right, we got another fish on. Where you at, Rob?
Why are you so sad about that?
Hooked another one. You know, we're getting into them a little bit. It started out kind of slow, but we're starting to dial them in a little bit. Usually I'd net these fish if I had customers in the boat, but
Boom.
I'll do. Pretty little fish. Little male. Good eater right there. See you later, buddy. We caught that fish on a jig, and we're doing a little jig fishing. There's a little trailer hook on there. That kind of helps to get them hooked up. That helped on that fish. You know, I like a 6 to 7 foot rod to do this kind of stuff. This one's a SI Bass. It's a 7 foot rod, medium heavy action. You need something that's real sensitive so you can really feel the bite. And we got some closer rods too. They're real sensitive. Those ones are 6 foot. The other guys are using, but this one's a 7 footer. I've been playing around with it a little bit, kind of seeing what the best one for me is going to be, and I can get a little more distance on my cast, but it's a great rod. So anyway, I'm tipping these jigs with a worm, and sometimes I hook them up wacky, which is like that, right in the middle. Sometimes I just hook them up just a half a worm, sometimes a whole worm. Kind of let the fish tell me what they want. I can't tell them what they want. So I try to play around with different things and see what they want for the day, and then I'll emulate that on all the other rods. So that's kind of what it looks like. Oh, yeah, he's there. Real. That's a fish. Good one. That's a good fish. Get right into Rob's rod. Real. There you go. Oh yeah, nice fish. That's a good one. So this is a female. Nice fish. How was that? Little soft bite, right?
It was very soft, yeah. It's hard
And
to tell.
then you just feel the weight, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. No walleye in Alaska.
One of the species you don't see.
Exactly right. Nope, it's pretty neat. Getting something
It's a
new.
cool fish. Nice big hen. This is a hen. Pokey deals there. You don't want to get poked by them.
It's like
They got pretty big teeth too.
yeah, they do.
You don't want to stick your fingers in that mouth too much. All right, let's get a picture and we'll let it go.
Beautiful.
Nice fish. Here we go, Rob. Got one.
Yeah, these are nice sized fish. We're having some success. It's not red hot, but it's steady, Austin.
Yeah, we're getting some fish. It's not red hot, but it's a jig bite. It's early. The water's cold. It's 37-degree water, so.
And they're quality fish.
They're a little slow still, but they are definitely some quality fish. So if you look at this one compared to the other ones that we had, that we caught earlier, this fish is long and skinny, which is indicative of a male. So you can see he doesn't have that big pooch in his belly. It's kind of skinny. These are the best eating ones. They're gonna have a lot of meat through that section, down through the tail. Where the females, they have that big bulbous belly. There's not a lot of meat. That strip on the top's kind of eroded away. And
Sure.
so these fish are just a little bit better for table fare than those big females.
So eat the males.
Eat the males. And I think it's like 10 to 1 or something like that compared to male to female ratio. So
Sure.
nice fish. You want to kiss it?
Not today.
All right, well, let's let her go.
Yeah, right. Let's get some more.
There we go.
Austin, conditions have changed a little bit here. We're not finding current, so you got a plan.
Yeah, we're gonna switch over and do a little bit of bottom walker fishing. It's a good way to change up the day a little bit, cover some water, try to find some fish. We don't have any current for our drift, so we're not able to cover much water. So we're gonna try a little different presentation and see if we can trigger the bite. This is the one of the rigs I'm gonna use here. We're gonna go out and do some trolling. It's a butterfly wing made by Dutch Fork on the end there, and I got a super death hook attached to that, so it rotates in the water, and that's what attracts the fish. That hook gives that lure, gives the worm a rotating, like a corkscrew effect, and it looks like a spinner in the water, and the fish really like it. So
that goes right off a bottom walker.
Yep, goes right on my bottom walker to about a 4-foot leader, and that's what keeps it from getting hung up, and it also indicates when we're on the bottom. So the bottom walkers help to keep it right in the strike zone all the time.
That didn't take long, Austin. We just switched over. It's getting a little windy. We switched over to trolling bottom walkers. 3 minutes. Look at this frickin' fish. Dan, take a look at that. Holy cow.
Well, I think you got the big fish of the day, Rob. Look at that fish.
Wow.
That's a good fish. It's a good fish. It was on that Dutch Fork blade too.
Yeah, check that out. They liked it.
Seahawk colors.
All right.
That's a great fish, though. I mean, that's probably a big male. It's good fun to catch.
Yeah, that was fun. It's fun watching the rod go down.
Yeah.
You know, trolling has got its own kind of thing to it, you know?
It does. You can just relax. You can eat your lunch. Then you can go back and do your jigging after lunch, or you can just keep trolling. I know guys that's all they ever do. And it's pretty fun. I like doing it. So. All right, well, that didn't take long. We just barely got that one out there, and we caught another one. So we're busy trying to take a picture of that fish. We got another one. Almost a twin.
Fish.
Got another one over there.
I think so.
We're almost going for a triple here. Look at that, the hook just fell out. Two of them on the deck.
Wow, we switched over to bottom walkers, and a couple minutes in, lighting up pretty good, huh?
Not bad. Look at that, that was quick. We just got the other one in the net, got it out of the net, and the other rod went off, so we had to switch camera guys real quick, and you got that fish. That was great.
Nice fish.
Those are nice ones, huh?
Let's get those rods back in the water. I think the light's going.
And just so you know, his is bigger than yours.
Oh, jeez.
All right, here you go. Take long. I think we just got all the rods back out. Here we go. Wonder what we got.
Austin, you mentioned you can pick up, we've seen a couple triplets already.
Yeah, you can get triplets, definitely. Oh, it's another walleye. Woo! This is kind of like that eater size walleye. Those last couple fish that we got were probably on the larger size and are probably females. So I'm trying to turn loose all the bigger fish. You know, the limit up here in Lake Rose and Rufus Woods is 8 per person. You can only have one that's over 22 inches. And that's because this is an impoundment of the Columbia River, but Chief Joseph Dam does not have a fish ladder. So we're not impacting any of the salmon smolts that are going down the river. So this is a sport fishery for walleye. It's a great fishery, and you can catch some really nice fish, but I just encourage you guys to you know, not over harvest these fish. Let's not kill all the big females. Let's take fish like this. These make great fish tacos, I tell you what. And there'll be fish around here for our kids, our grandkids, for many years to come. Let's just take care of our fisheries.
We'll be right back with more Rufus Woods
Walleye.
Okay. We'll be right back with more Rufus Woods walleye right after this.
Okay, turn around.
It's Tips and Trips, new techniques and locations to expand your fishing horizons.
Well, hey, look at this. It's not a huge one, but it's a start. Beautiful white meat on these perch and great mild flavor. So if I catch enough of these, I'll have myself a good breakfast. Hi everyone, I'm coming to you today from beautiful Long Beach in Southwest Washington. I'm here with my wife Joanne and our dogs Diesel and Rudy. We're enjoying a wonderful November day. It's 55 degrees and sunny, and wow, it's just amazing out here. You know, the coast of Washington has an abundance of life. Offshore, there are surf perch to be had, red-tailed to be specific. So I'm going to do a little fishing today, show you some techniques. I'm going fishing. I've got a 9.5 foot spinning rod. I'm loaded up with 12 to 14 pound monofilament. And on the working end of things, this is called a crappie rig. And basically what it is, you've got a swivel on the top, and then your rig has one little 90-degree wire, and then a second one, and then your terminal down to a weight. Depending on how heavy the surf is, you want to use anywhere from 1 to 5 ounces. Now, 5 ounces, this rod may not handle that, but I've got 3 ounces, it's working good. We'll see you on the water and online.
Austin, trolling speed is key when we're going after these walleye.
Yeah, definitely. So this time of year the water is pretty cold, so we're targeting our fish between a ½ mile an hour and 1 mile an hour. Now where we're fishing there's a little bit of current, so you got to be able to account for that on your downstream troll. You're going to be going a little faster, so you got to watch your rod tips, and those bottom walkers are going to indicate if you're on bottom or not. You always want little taps on the tip of your rod. If you get big taps, you're going to get hung up. It's time to reel up just a little bit and try to fine tune that bottom walker so that they're right in the strike zone. All right, looks like we've got another nice fish on here. Look at the bend in that rod. Must be a good fish. We're gonna see what it is. Looks like a walleye. Big head shape. Nice job. Good net job. So they're just inhaling that. Down deep. These fish are hungry. Yeah, that's just a slow death hook with a couple beads above it. That works sometimes. And that's the first fish we actually caught on that one, but pretty nice fish.
Get the background.
All right, here you go. Another fish on.
One more time.
One more time. Another fish on. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord, my brother.
What do you got there? Is it a hog?
That thing's coming in hard, yeah. Coming in hard.
Yeah. Kind of tacking because of the wind. Nice fish. Caught him on that sock Dutch fork. Again. Came right up.
Nice fish. You catch them on those Lama Glass rods. Those are really nice rods. Great action on them. Not too stiff. Great rods.
Yep. Nice and soft.
A lot of fun, huh? Heck yeah. maybe. I don't know.
So the way that I keep from having tangles is I use these Fish Fighter Products rod risers. We have them in different sizes, but what it really does is it gets the butts out of the boat, so you're not running into your rod butts, and it helps to keep you from having tangles when we're turning around. So it's a great product. Fish Fighter Products. Check out their website. They're all made in USA, and these products are going to help you to have a great time on the water with less tangles.
Austin, it's been a pretty good day out here.
Yeah, we've been having a good time. We're catching some fish. We tried a couple different techniques, and we're just adapting to our surroundings and adapting to the conditions that we have right now. We started out the day with some current, so we were able to catch some fish jigging and stuff like that, and the current kind of died off for us. So we switched it up. We went to some bottom walker fishing and some trolling. And also, you know, when the wind's blowing like that, it makes boat control really tough. So trolling can be a great way to still catch some fish when you're in less than perfect conditions. So
it's been good for us. We've filled the boat with fish. We've released them all today here in Rufus Woods. Definitely a great conversation about conserving this resource for future generations. We're about out of time, guys. Austin, are you ready to get off the water a little bit?
Yeah, let's go have some pizza.
Let's go get some pizza. Everybody, catch us online and on the water. Thanks for watching. So Austin.
How you doing down there, little fella? All right, let's do this. The new Closer Lamb Glass rod by Lamb Glass. I'm just kidding.
Me mo 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 mo. Austin, we've had a fun day out here, man.
Yeah.
Haven't we?
You want me to say something?
Yeah, like okay, sure.
Okay, start over. Let's do that again.